Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. In this video, we are going to continue our coverage of various reasoning models which are popping up left, right and center after the mega release of DeepSeek R1. This new model, which is called as Tiny R1 32 billion preview, is a compact yet powerful AI reasoning model. Now, I want to qualify this statement because this is subjective. Tiny in this case, if you are comparing it to the actual DeepSeek R1 model. But of course, if we talk in a generic term, it is not tiny. Of course, 32 billion parameter model is not tiny at all. But if you compare it to DeepSeek R1, then definitely. Now, before diving into the details of this model, let's take a step back and understand the concepts that make this model tick. Reasoning in the context of AI refers to the ability of a model to draw conclusions, make decisions, or solve problems based on the information it's been trained on. It's a critical aspect of AI as it enables a model to go beyond simple pattern recognition and perform more complex tasks. Another key concept which we need to understand and that underlies the development of this tiny R1 32 billion preview is reinforcement learning. This is a type of machine learning where a model learns to take actions in an environment to maximize a reward signal. In other words, the model learns through trial and error, receiving feedback in the form of rewards or penalties for its actions. Reinforcement learning is particularly useful for training models to perform complex tasks that require decision making and problem solving. So, again, this model has been trained or fine tuned by using superdistillation. Superdistillation is a technique which is used to compress large AI models into smaller, more efficient versions while preserving their performance. And I will be talking a bit more about it in a bit. But now let's get it installed and see how it works. Before that, let me also give a huge shout out to Master Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a discount coupon code of 50%. This is my Ubuntu system and this is my GPU card NVIDIA A100 with 80 GB of VRAM. Let me create a virtual environment with Conda. Shouldn't take too long. And now let me install all the prerequisites here, which include torch and transformers, and then I'm going to launch it in my Jupyter notebook. While it installs all the prerequisites, let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel AI. Camel is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws of agents with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation. And I'm going to drop the link to their website in video's description too. Okay, let's go back. It is almost there. And now let me launch my Jupyter notebook. And now let's download the model first. And the model is being downloaded, and now also let's pray to the GPU gods that it will fit onto my GPU. I have 80 GB of VRAM and there are 14 shards of it. So I think each shard is around 5 gig. So around 70 gig on the disk. Anyway, we will see what happens. So meanwhile that is happening, let's talk a bit more about the super distillation, which is not a new but bit different feature of this model. Now, super distillation is a technique which is used to compress large AI models into smaller, more efficient versions while preserving their performance. Super distillation involves training a smaller model to mimic the behavior of a larger model using techniques such as knowledge distillation and fine-tuning. The goal here is to create a compact model that can run on devices with limited computational resources. With these concepts in mind, reinforcement learning and then super distillation, this is where this tiny R1 is trying to shine. So this model is a distilled version of a R1 model, retaining only 5% of the original parameters, but despite its smaller size, it achieves impressive performance, and it already has outdone a 70 billion model in certain areas, and it is closely matching the full R1 model in mathematics. And that is what I'm going to particularly test out once we get it installed locally. So let's wait for it to get downloaded. Speed looks pretty decent, so it shouldn't take too long. And there you go, as was expected, it actually ran out of memory. So I'll just quickly show you. I first thought maybe I'll edit it and not to show you, but and then just not publish this video. But I just wanted to share with you that many of you guys also complained about this GPU memory and all that stuff. So I get to suffer through it every day. So now even on 80 GB of VRAM, it was unable to run, and it need I believe it would need even more than 122 gig of VRAM in order to run it on the first GPU. And I don't have any larger GPU than that. But anyway, the concept is quite interesting. I wish I could run it. Maybe I will check out if I could get my hands on any online space where it is running. So I think there you go. So space is running. Let's check this one out if I can run on this space, and then I will we will test it out. Even the space which is running it is crashing. So what I have found is this. Let me quickly show you. There is a quantized version which you can run from bar to whiskey. So let me download it. I think I'm just going to use it through Ollama. So let me show you how. First, let me clean up the space because I don't have much space on my disk after downloading these shards. And I have also found out that there is a quantized version on Ollama. If you don't know what Ollama is, it is one of the easiest way to run large language models locally in a quantized format. I don't have it installed, so I'm just going to grab it, download this command from the main page, and then let me run it. It is going to download and install it. Shouldn't take too long. Meanwhile it does that. Let's go back, and I'm just going to grab this Ollama run command to run this Q4KM version, which is around 20 gig of size. So it should be good for my VRAM. So let's wait for it. And now let me download the model by running this command. It is downloading the model, and then it is going to do the checksum verification, and we will test it out then. Okay, model is loaded. Let's do the inference and see how it works. So I'm just asking it this mathematical question and also telling it to reason step by step. There you go. It says, okay, so I need to solve this integer. Then it is thinking about it, checking, again producing a draft answer, then checking it again. Sounds good. And there you go. The end result looks pretty good. And if you go through this chain of thought, it is actually quite good. It is not as prolonged as the DeepSeek R1, but the answer is spot on. That is really good. So I'm not really sure if it is, I don't think so it is doing the full reasoning, full chain of thought, but I don't know how it is reaching to the correct answer, which is quite interesting. And I think the claim which they made that they are only using 5% of it, pretty good. Okay, let's try out another math one. So this is, I'm just asking it to do, given two 3D vectors, calculate the cross product and dot product of the two vectors. Okay, didn't give me anything interesting. Let's try again. Nothing. Maybe it is a cont. I'll go back. So normally what happens is, in these situations, what I do, I just get out, I run it again. There you go. So I'm just presenting you as raw as it comes. And there you go. So you see, the reasoning looks quite good. It is not as flowery and as prolonged as DeepSeek R1, but the result seems quite good. It is not going here and there. And remember, this is a quantized version and quite a low quant Q4KM. I normally go with Q6. So let's wait for it. Still going in the right direction. There you go. Looks quite good. There you go. You see, it is again self-reflecting. It is slicing and dicing the answer, and then again going back. It's a hard one. It's not a simple question, by the way. So I'll just let it run for a bit to see what it comes up with. There you go. So now it is doing the summary. Pretty good, step by step. Let's wait for the final answer. And it is still running, and I forgot to show you the VRAM. I know that you guys love to see the VRAM consumption in real time. And if I don't do that, you just start smashing me in the comments. So there you go. It is consuming around 22 gig of VRAM. So which is, I believe, quite okay for the 20 gig of model in a contest format. And it is still doing the dot product. So I'm just going to let it run to see how much reasoning it does and what sort of answer it produces. Hopefully it is not going to start hallucinating. And there you go. And now I think the model is just confused. It is not doing the same thing again and again, but I think this is just going down the rabbit hole. I think this was too hard a question, maybe for this quant, or I'm not sure about the full model, because as you can see, I couldn't run the full model. But the first question, it got it right. So finally, let's also check out a language one. So I'm just asking it to give me a list of 13 words that have 9 letters. Let's see how it goes. Now mainly it is towards math, so I'm just doing it for fun, just to see how it goes with it. It is doing pretty well, by the way, because its main teacher model is quite good. So I think the best takeaway from this model is the super distillation. I think pretty neat concept, and I'm more than sure we are going to see that concept being implemented in various other models. So let's see how this one goes, and then we will call it a day. There you go. So far it has this. Let me quickly count. Yeah, not bad. So reasoning is quite to the point when it works. There you go. So it is double checking. This is what I really love about these reasoning models, that they don't really give one answer and then just go away. They double check and again. This is the list. So let's wait for it to produce the final list. And the final answer is here. Let's check it out. So first one, yes, 9 letter. But before we count the letters, look at the diversity of the words. It is also telling us that Argentina is country, September is month, hamburger is food. And so this is really good, and fantastic is adjective. So grammar is quite good, noun and pronoun. Very well done. Anyway, so let's see how it goes. This is 999. Fourth one, 1, 2, 3. This is, I don't think so. This is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that is correct. Sorry. And then, yeah, look, I think most of them are correct. As far as I can quickly check, I can't count all of them during the video, but you know what? I think most of them, I think almost all of them are good, I would say. Devonport. Okay. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what do you think about this model. I'm quite impressed, and more importantly, I am impressed by their super distillation concept. Plus, I'm quite hopeful that it's going to be replicated in a lot of other models. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network, as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.